good? What's good? What's good? All my successful lions out there. I'm back. I know y'all see that little intro, man. Yeah, man. Spa day today, man. It's 12:40 right now. I've been pampering myself since 9 o'clock, man. Since 9 o'clock, man. I had to do it, man, Like I tell y'all, man, nobody gonna love you like you love you, man. So how do you expect to love anyone if you don't love yourself, man? How? How, Sway? How, man? If you can unlock that answer logically and truthfully, how? I understand maybe, like a parent, like loving their kids. They don't have to love themselves to really love, what's made from them, I guess, to say. But even that would be kind of toxic, man, because, let me put this down, man, because I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in today. I'm about to go in. Because, listen, man. When I was at my lowest, and God picked me up, out of the ashes, man. When I was at my lowest, to some, I was at my highest. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. When I was at my lowest, to some, I was at my highest, man. Because I had the fame, I had, a great fiance at the time. And I don't mind bigging her up, because, people just outgrow. That's what happened. People just outgrow each other, man. And if you, as a man, I'm not looking to big and argue and go back and forth and stuff like that. If it ain't working, it ain't working. If we ain't married and it ain't working, I'm willing to try my best, but that's all I can do. So if I'm giving 110%, I wouldn't even say 110%. If I'm giving my 100%, and you ain't matching me, we ain't gonna work. You feel what I'm saying? So, but yeah, when I was at my lowest, right? From the outside looking in, it was at my highest. I had the fame. Like I said, I had a fiance that really cared for me. I had friends and all this stuff that, probably my phone ringing a million times a day. But that didn't really mean anything to the spiritual part of me. Because what happens is God will separate those people from you for you to learn lessons. God will put you in the darkness in order to come out to the light, in order to walk to the light. And I had to really reevaluate who I was and really realize I didn't love who I was. I was, doing a lot of wicked behavior, and I'm not going to say too much on here, but, I did what I had to do, man, to make it home at night. I'm a defender, smoking, drinking, fornicating with women. Some I didn't even know their name or remembered their name. And to some, it's like, oh, you living the life. You know, steak and lobster every weekend, and at this restaurant 3-4 times a week, going to restaurants, you know, in and out of state, flying places, you know, over here, Vegas, LA, Miami, all these different places. Feel like I'm eating the best, drinking the best champagne, the best, you know, Hennessy and vodka, and turning up looking like I'm living my best life. But morally and spiritually, I was broken. And this is why I thank God for showing that grace and showing me love, where I can then turn around and love myself, because I wanted to have a great relationship with God. And I know, you know, through our spiritual talks, you know, some people say, oh, does God hear you? God, you know, when you're at your lowest and you ask God for things and you work towards it, and miraculously you're able to get out those things, that's God talking back to you. So God did answer you. People don't want to understand these things, and you can't make people understand these things. You know, it's not just God is not a figure waiting in the sky, you know, to ask to grant 3 wishes. All right, it's different than that, and you got to understand that spiritually, your discernment got to be on, and you have to continuously. I read my Bible during this time. I just locked in and really dug in my Bible, and just by turning the pages, filling the pages, interpretation of the word, it brings such a spiritual element to you that you have no choice but to get better or get worse. If you're really putting in the work to know God and know His word that He left for us, you know, it's very easy in this world to get distracted and off your square. You know, that's why I say nobody can love you like you love you. You know, and loving yourself is knowing the order that God is above you. All right, if you want to put people on the same level as you maneuver through this world, that's fine. But God, you have to love God more than any of those people. And when I did that, my life became so much better. So much better. What did I say? Expeditiously. Expeditiously. My life became that much better, man. You know, physically, spiritually, mentally, financially, emotionally, righteously. My life became 100 times better, man. You know, I was in a real dark place. A real dark place. And now, you know, me, always been popular, and I'm just speaking from my perspective. That's all I can do. It's not about me. But it's not about me. I'm trying to give you guys game of what I went through, so you guys can have the knowledge. If you guys are going through it, don't feel like nobody else in this world has been through this. That's why I try to tell young kids wilding out on the street. Like, yo, I've been there already. I know, maybe 20% you're trying to protect yourself, but the other 80% you're trying to look cool to your friends. Be real. Be real. That doesn't make you less of a man, less of a person. But you trying to be quick on the draw McGraw, and anybody that, speak ill of you or your friends, but that's going to land you in prison and they out here free, and you're going to see who's going to write you. You're going to see who's going to, send you JPay or send you, money, commissary money during your bid. And that's something a lot of kids, or, I say kids, but a lot of kids 16, in that phase of 16 to 25, they have to learn on their own. But if I change one kid's life, then that's all that matters. If I change one adult's life to say, you know what, let me pick up this Bible today. Let me put down the blunt today. Yeah, the BB, put down the blunt, pick up the Bible. And picking up that Bible, putting down the blunt and picking up that Bible has got me higher than I ever been in my whole life. Like you say, you got the munchies, or you geeked up, those phrases. Reading the Bible has got me more geeked up than any sour, loud, hashish, White Widow, Hydro, weed that I've ever had. More nicer than any liquor can ever do for me is living in the moment and loving yourself. I spoke to someone, right? And I say, if you pour liquor on a sheet or on a towel and you light it, it's gonna go to fire. And this is what we're putting inside of our bodies. If you really, like I said, if you really use logical sense, right? So if you smoking and you see what you blow out is smoke. So a lot of it, in order to get high, a lot of it you have to inhale, right? Correct? Inhale, exhale, right? So a lot of the smoke you're inhaling are charring your heart to your lungs and everything in between that. So if you love yourself, why are you doing that? Like I say on every video, if you have medical problems and cannabis is medically prescribed, I got nothing to do with that. I knew a good friend of mine, associate of mine that I knew for a few years, just died from pancreatic cancer. So he used to say, hey, he takes edibles and stuff like that because of his appetite. So he was, doing that for years because he had no appetite. And that's what made him not feel nausea and lightheaded. So he would take edibles. So I understand that logic, but if you're young and healthy, or you're old and healthy, and you want to stay that way, Put down the weed. Put down the blunt. Pick up the Bible. Put down that blunt. Pick up the Bible, man. Alright? Love yourself, man. Nobody gonna love you like you love you. And I do my videos all the time. I have to remind people I don't do my videos to stunt or say I'm doing this or I'm better than you, I'm better than this. No, this is my channel. People come to see me give my testimony. You know, if you followed around my life, some say I would be stunting. Some say, yo, I'm a genius, a workaholic, you know. All I can do is when I feel urged to say a message or, you know, do a spa or like film wherever I'm at in Paris, Puerto Rico, or whatever, and drop some jewels on you guys. It's supposed to be motivation for you guys to want to do better, because you see a person, an everyday person who is making his way, man, and I'm just getting started. You know, I'm just getting started now, man, you know, and I have to say, you know, putting my faith in God has helped me tremendously complete this task that I got, you know, in front of me. You know, sobriety, you know, close to going on 6-7 years now. 7 years liquor, 5 years weed. Going on 6 years weed next year, coming up. So it lets me know you can do it, because I used to tell myself all the time, no, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that, because I didn't have faith in myself. But the wicked things or the worldly things, I always said I can do. I had no second thoughts on it. But when I set out goals of fasting, right? Me and my friend, we got a goal this year. You know, we fast every Monday and Tuesday. And they say in the Bible you shouldn't share your fasting secrets, or that should be between you and God. But doing this channel, you know, I want to share that with you guys, because you guys can do it. And fasting is very important to your spiritual and your physical health. It's good to do that. It's not a bad thing. So, you know, continue to prosper, man. Love yourself. Love yourself, man. Love yourself enough to give yourself the best options that you can possibly dream of. Like, see through the outcome. Like, weigh the pros and cons of you doing an action. Before you do something, weigh the pros and cons of it. And ask yourself, is me doing this, me doing this action, is that something someone love their self would do? All my successful lions out there, stay up, stay shining, stay smiling, and shine on them, man. Shine on them. I know you see the glow. Fresh from the spa, man. I appreciate all my subscribers. Keep subscribing. We're about to hit the new year. I'll probably bless y'all with a few more videos before then. But I appreciate y'all, man. Stay up.